Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher based right here in Auckland, New Zealand. We have got a PayPal request for Jan. I'm going to read out the message here. Hello Andrew, long-time watcher, first-time requester. I've loved watching you reacting to Jinjer, especially Vlad, of course. There's a drum playthrough that I particularly like and would like to see what you think. The song is called Call Me a Cymbal. It's off their 2021 album Wallflowers. Great band, by the way. It's one of my favorites, and the quality of this in both audio and video is just lovely. For someone who is self-taught, it blows me away how precise he is, not to mention the ambidextrous, open-handed playing. Such a pleasure to watch. I feel he's one of the most unique modern metal drummers around. I was lucky enough to see them twice last year, and experiencing the whole band live in person is next level. I highly recommend trying to see them whenever they're back in New Zealand. I didn't even know they'd been here. No need to say any of the above in your video.
No need to say any of the above in your video.
I think really very well. Marco just gave me a note. Go back to Chevron. They want to discuss something. Go ahead. I'm going back to Chevron. Thank you, Marco.
Just wanted to share a little story about why I chose this for you. Hope you're well. Look forward to seeing the reaction. I think it's worth reading that out for context. Jan, hopefully I'm saying your name somewhat right. As I've said many a time, I'm from New Zealand, so I'm just going to call you
Jan? Thanks, Jan.
Nice band meeting. Brett.
Yep.
Jermaine.
Murray. Present. Alright guys, let's hit it. Original video link, as always, in the description of each of my videos. And please do consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Let's hit it. All right, let's just talk real quick about something that Jan mentioned in the message there, open-handed playing. If you're not familiar with what we're talking about, just real quick, because I get a lot of messages saying, please clarify some of these points that you just, zip through and then we're on to the next thing. Typically, you will see people playing crossed over, especially if they're right-handed, sometimes even if they're left-handed, crossed over. So we play our hi-hats like this. Snare hand underneath, hi-hat hand over the top, crossed over playing. There's a good reason for it. Let's talk about it perhaps at the end. Open-handed is when you're not playing like this and you're open, right? So you're playing the hi-hats. In this case, he's got a ride set up close to his hi-hats, which is a little bit of an unusual setup. Again, we can talk about that later because he's lefty or ambi or at least open-handed. So, open-handed, crossed over. Literally that simple. Just think of the description in the word. Open-handed versus crossed over. Let's keep it going. Have a look at the finger control here. I'm just going to back it up. Pay real close attention to the dexterity, that fine motor skill finger control. Now remember, this is not really a mechanical, muscular, in the moment thing. This is just, it's more a neurological thing that's coming through the brain. Like I'm playing quiet and you've already trained your body to do the work required to be able to play this delicate. So Let's just back it up. It's almost worth doing a bit of a slow-mo on this because it's just such great footage. Such a great example of the finger control. Even there, amazing. You know what? I'm going to do something that I never do. I'm going to slow this down for you. Playback speed. Let's go half speed. Check this out. See that? Drop catch. Drop, drop. Anyway, can be worth going through and really studying your favorite players. Like, how is he doing that? Which finger is he releasing, you know, to get that real quiet textured note? Woo. One other thing, so I don't normally stop videos this much, but there's just so much interest in this video. If anybody knows what this Cymbal hardware suspension system is, I believe it might be a Tama system. Can you see how if you look really closely, you can see that the cymbals are suspended from the top. So they're hanging down. There's no stand coming up through them. It's actually over the top. I believe it's to allow the cymbals just to breathe and decay really naturally without a muted, like the classic cymbal stand coming up and it sort of mutes it and you hit it and it does its thing and then it stops. This is much more of, I believe, like a suspension system. Hit me up if you know more about it or you even know what it's called without me Googling it, because it's fun to talk in the comments. There's a lot going on here. Check out his left foot just bouncing. That's a whole body feeling the music. And it's actually a slave pedal to the hi-hat, which is right at the front here. See that? Watch his foot bouncing, and that's controlling that hi-hat from a slave pedal. So it's quite far away. So he obviously, unless we're on a deceptive angle here, it looks like he can't hit that cymbal. Let's keep it going. Look at that. No, he can't hit that. Miles away. boy, yeah, I haven't covered a lot of Jinjer on the channel. I might have done 2 songs at this point. And this just reminds me how impressive they are. That's really listenable for me, and it's amazing how much my listening habits have changed. That's just 100% listenable for me. It's amazing. I must admit, it is a bit better seeing the drummer perspective, and we've got this live take here. You can hear that the real organic sound of the drums and the cymbals. Yeah, I mean, this is what a treat. What a way to be able to listen to music. One thing I want to touch on, and this is not a critique of you, Jan, who has been kind enough to send this in, but I want to pick up on something you put here. For someone who is self-taught, it blows me away how precise he is. Not to mention the ambidextrous open-handed playing. Let's just address the first part, that it could be surprising that someone self-taught is this precise. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, I'm a very trained drummer, I suppose, having gone through music school and the like, and honestly, that's got its pros and it's got its cons. It's definitely, I've seen too much, I've done too much to be silly enough to think that my way was the best way, or to be trained makes you the best drummer. It's just not that simple. There's plenty of self-taught drummers who are incredibly precise, incredibly technical, fantastic musicians. So not a critique of what you said. I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't really surprise me, actually. So, and sometimes, you'll get like this thing where people don't read music or understand theory, but they can play long, complex songs. In my experience, people who don't train the theory part and don't put time and effort into the reading part, they can actually just get better at the other stuff, at listening and playing in the moment. So again, I'll leave that bit there. The ambidextrous open-handed playing. Now, this is another one which is a little bit, for me personally, a little bit of myth territory. So there are advantages to playing open-handed. There are advantages to playing crossed over. I could leave it at that. If you want me to expand a little bit, I've talked about this on other videos, and I've talked about this on podcasts. So there is a theory that one way of doing anything is better than the other, and it's just simply not true. So a big one is traditional grip versus match grip. Well, traditional grip's better because Buddy Rich did it, and hey, there's a video with Buddy Rich saying match grip's not good. Well, yeah, nah, that's not, you can't hold that as evidence in court. It's just, there's too much evidence to the contrary. There's just so many phenomenal matched grip players, traditional grip players. Now, you weren't talking about matched versus trad. Ambidextrous, it really is the same thing. So, I mean, in terms of, it's the same concept. And I agree with you. I love seeing ambidextrous players because it's something a little bit different, right? It's there are advantages to it. It'd be like having a left arm pitcher in baseball versus a right arm pitcher. I don't watch baseball, but I imagine percentage-wise, there must be more right-handed pitchers. So when you get a left, they're bringing something a little bit different to the table, and it's like, maybe you're just not as used to it. So it's, hey, this is catching me a little bit off guard. It's a little bit harder to get my bearings because it's just not as normal. I'm just going to guess on that. But it's a little bit like that. Again, pros and cons. It's just, it adds to this fantastic variance that we have in drumming. And that's kind of what it's all about. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. The drumming here is just sensational, glorious. I absolutely adore the playing here, the compositional elements, everything just on point, top notch. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, original video link, as always, in the description of each of my videos. Of course, go along and support the artist. If you are enjoying my channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, and leaving a comment. It all helps me out. If you out there have a direct reaction request that you definitely want to guarantee gets on this channel, you can do so by supporting the channel and hitting that PayPal button. I do also have a Patreon. It's just $5 a month, and through that you get access to the blocked videos. And remember, you out there as a subscriber of my channel, you get access to a full and free 30-day trial over at Drumeo. Go and check if it's going to be a good fit for you and your musical education. And spoiler alert, it will be. Tell them I sent you. For my North American viewers, go check out the latest deals over at Sweetwater on my link. And for my European subscribers, go check out all my favorite gear selections over at Thomann. Until next time, take it easy. Keep chopping wood. Ciao. Oh, you're still watching? You should subscribe.
Where's the subscribe button?
On the left? Is it left or right?
No, isn't it the right?
Top left. On the right's got the video and the playlist. I think.
Yeah, come on, man, subscribe. Don't be a dick.
And then Drumeo too. Drumeo down the left, bottom left. You should do it. You should do that. It's good. And then on the right, videos you might like, playlist.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.